as long as I can remember. It outpaced pivotal dates in my life by tenfold. No one puts as much importance on my birthday as I did. It was a day meant to be about me, but somehow turned into a day for everyone else. I loved that about it even more. As a child, I had always been a bit sensitive. I found myself reliving a moment of my childhood that was reminiscent of that sensitivity recently. It was the last few scenes in the first Cheaper by the Dozen movie. The red-haired son runs away because he was so often overlooked, almost invisible to his family. Despite the movie being rated for children, I would find myself crying hysterically at the tender age of 5 to his loneliness. What was sensitivity in my youth adapted to empathy in my adult life. As the eldest daughter to immigrant parents, I took on a parental role in my own life. I had to navigate this new world on my own and help them do the same, so that when my younger brothers came along, they were equipped to understand this world, and if they forgot, I'd be there to remind them. My parents have been my biggest cheerleaders my entire life, and for that I could not be more grateful. At the same time, the panic of becoming an adult so early in my life and forgoing my childhood left me remiss. I often felt like the little boy in the movie, overlooked and invisible. Growing up at such a rapid pace left me a desire for much and the inability to pursue all that I had wanted. I quit my extracurriculars out of obligation to support my siblings and theirs, to be there for one so that my parents could cater to the other. I felt like an outsider peering into a life that was not mine. It was a life built out of necessity rather than childlike wonder. Meal prepping a dense bean salad, and every other time I've done this, it has sucked. So 5th time's the charm, hopefully. In another life, I could have been a photographer, or a writer, or a filmmaker, or a teacher. There were so many things that I had wanted to be, but I felt the burden to succeed. I wanted my family to say that they got it right, that the loss of my childhood had been worth it. At 26, I have a senior in front of my title. I was in my university and high school honors program. In primary school, I was in the gifted program. My entire life, society has told me I was the best, and I believed it. I was another cog that they had shaped to live in their wheel. I turned 26 in early February, and for the first time in my life, I wanted the day to come and go. With each new age, the pressure heightens. To my parents, I've attained their definition of success. To my brothers, I'm the one to look for advice. To my partner, I've excelled. To my friends, I seem to have it together. But to me, I feel each day blur into the next, and suddenly it's February again, and I wonder where the past year had gone. I find myself fading away into nothingness and wondering what mark I will leave on the world, if at all. The fear that I will have just been another person who worked hard her entire life with nothing to show for it plagues me. At the start of the year, I had decided I wanted to pursue all of the passions I had forgone throughout my life. I wanted to write a book, to post content, to paint, to read each month, to work my job and be the best. But an already dwindling flame can burn out quickly. A month in and I find myself drowning to the pressures and deadlines I've created for myself. I am my harshest critic. I believe the fear of fading into nothing torments most young people. Finally leaving. But we aren't really nothing when we mean something to all of the people we impact in our everyday interactions. Can that not be enough? Do we need to be remembered for anything other than being exactly who we are? I'm hoping to find that answer at my newfound age of 26. When I feel bogged down by the pressures the world puts on us, I remind myself that we are small specks of life in a vast universe of many unknowns, and I find that breaks through the paralyzing grief of wanting everything and doing nothing about it. And hopefully, by next year, I will look forward to my birthday again with the same childlike excitement I had at 5.